Hey, everybody, welcome to the Sith Dominion podcast. This is your host, Dr. Dana Martin. It has been a whole week since you've seen me, and a lot longer since you've seen some of our other co-hosts, but we have Andrew back on the show. Hello, Andrew. How are you this evening?
Doing good. Dana just needed me to fill space, so that's what I'm here for.
Pretty much about an hour and a half ago. Hey, man.
Yeah.
But our featured guest tonight, I mean, we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk jokes, memes, and some stuff that Outcast Cantina is working on, too. Outcast, welcome to our show.
Yo,
how are you,
what
my
up?
friend?
Welcome.
I had such the pleasure of getting to meet you a week or so ago on Spooky Jawa's podcast.
Yeah, Spooky had been wanting us to meet for a minute, like left and right. He kept bringing it up, and I was like, okay, fine.
Super fun, man. The world of Star Wars is continuing to evolve, but I'm stuck in the past, and I just want to verify: does everyone have their notifications set up so that when tickets go on sale for the 25th? We can get them for Revenge of the Sith. Or do you have your notification set up?
I don't have my notification set up, but I'm already like well aware of it. Like I've been like I'm keeping an eyeball on that because if they do the deleted scenes, I'm hoping for, and then I've been whispered. Oh boy, especially with the project, one of them I'm working on, I could really use to see some of those temples.
Now hold on. When you're talking, I haven't heard this. Deleted scenes. What? Like Shakti death or something?
No. Have you noticed that when they drop the official poster and all that, like the official, like, hey, we're doing this, blah blah blah? Did you notice that it's a shot of Anakin, and if you pay attention, you can definitely tell it's the more recent Hayden Christensen face, whatever. So this matches the rumors that he was off filming some other things while Kenobi was going on, which, think about this is perfect prep time and all that. Now, the scene in this poster is him with a temple guard launching behind him, and he's fighting somebody else in the Great Hall. So you might be able to get to see. So the hope is, if that's your teaser poster, that come on, please do what the fans have always begged. Give us more.
That would be really cool.
And if they don't, I won't be too disappointed because the movie's still effing great. I will always remember seeing it originally in theaters, but still, please, come on. That would be so sick.
I had no idea. More Order 66. Amen. You know, the opening scene.
Give us a 4-hour cut of the movie.
This is the Snyder cut, right?
I want my Lord of the Rings long length Star Wars. Okay?
We want the 40-minute opening scene.
Yes.
When I change the adjustment on my television or get a new television, like that's what I pop in. Episode 3, that opening scene with the two Edda fighters, like it's just beautifully done CGI and melds perfectly right into the cockpit. It's just a well done scene, man.
Yeah, beautiful.
My favorite.
Beautiful scene. The action is just, it instantly launches you and draws you in, and it goes right back to one of the beautiful things that George tried to capture in the original Star Wars, which was he based all the space combat off of, real piloting and, just the way things maneuver around. Now, granted, it's not how things actually work in space, but a beautiful thing to base it on, and it works. Yeah. Oh, dogfighting in space. It's just great.
Yeah, dogfighting. So I have a Meta, Meta 2, Oculus 2, whatever it's called, and was running it through Steam so I could play what's the newest Starfighter game? It's not called Starfighter. It's called
I know
Iden Verso. But so I'm playing this, right? And I loved it. And it was a beautiful game, but I put this on, I'm like, this is gonna be even better. So the whole, like, when you're in space, there's no up or down. The only thing that orients you is the orientation of the ships. And so if you get turned around, you're done. You're cooked. Like you can't. And I get about 20 minutes. I never get motion sick, but man, I was like, I got to take this visor off. I'm about to puke. This was
a notice.
So, man, yeah, dogfighting, extreme, insane, doing it in space. Are you kidding me?
A note of that game, why that game feels so good. If it's the one I'm thinking of, the one that came around like 2017, 2018, 19.
I
don't remember exactly when. Okay, that is the same one. Now, here's what's interesting about that project is that it originally was a fan-made project. Like, I can't remember if they had like official teaching or whatever, but it was a fan project. And the thing is that it was designed by pilots, like actual military pilots. So they were designing this to be like actual flying, which is why it's such a unique experience. Now, it was supposed to be a very, very different game. And this, again, is coming from some old inside sources. I used to talk to you about this when it was all coming around and all that stuff. And what he said is that basically what happened was Disney came along, found out about the project, or EA Disney, AKA both, and basically made them sell it or they were going to sue them. So they bought it up and then just gutted the game and like turned it into like the whole opening menu where you're like locked in, you see your character and you're standing there going, God, I wish I could explore that hangar. You were supposed to be able to.
Oh man.
Like there were mechanics of that game that were completely gutted and ripped out, like a first player kind of side to it all.
It's like Free Guy.
Yeah, they effed it up. So yeah. And that's how it is. Can't count on EA to do anything right.
Man, I have been playing an EA Star Wars game since launch, and I'm still playing it today. It is the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes mobile game.
Oh, didn't that just die?
No. No.
It's like, no, I was playing that 5 minutes.
No, I'm literally playing this afternoon.
So which one just got shut down? There was a Star Wars.
It was at a console. It was Hunters.
Rivals, Hunters. Yeah, that was
that was
a mobile game.
Yeah.
I've not tried the one you're talking about. What's it about?
I played it like once or twice. So I couldn't really get into it, but
which one? Oh,
Galaxy Heroes. But I probably could just give it another try.
Yeah. Hold on.
I still play old school.
That was a while ago.
I'm still addicted to my old school Jedi Outcast and Academy. Like nothing has given me that sort of saber combat yet. So, yeah, I don't know.
They've got you can play this on PC now. I'll put
cool.
Share it real quick. Circus.
And then you get a virus that pops up on your screen.
Right.
Oh, the other day I was on a 1337 site, right? And I'm looking for some things, and my wife is sitting next to me watching Orville, and I just looked over and I was like, I'm sorry, but every time you see the mouse lose the finger, I have no idea what kind of thing is about to pop up on my next click. And yeah, this is not my choosing. It was bad.
Here we go.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm sharing audio. Am I sharing audio?
I don't hear anything.
Yeah, no. Oh, come
Am
on.
I even sharing? Oh, you know why? Because I'm adult. I do this.
Dr. Daniel's like technology back in my day.
There we go. This is why I have regular co-hosts. They just do it like
back in my day.
Dana broke it again. You don't hear it? No?
I can hear it.
I can hear it just fine.
That's not in-game graphics. That's not in-game graphics.
No, of course not.
That's in-game graphics.
It's good.
It's like turn-based strategy, but it's you're at the hollow tables fighting each other.
Pretty good round.
That's a good look. You get teams against teams. It's fun. And you of course build your characters, and you have to get them to a certain star level. Then you have to rank them, and then you have to equip them. They have mods. They have relics. They have you just keep building them up until you've got these galactic legends like Rey. Why is that the first one? Grandmaster,
the first one that came to his head.
Luke Skywalker, the Sith Eternal Emperor, so all the badasseries, right? Get their own galactic legend. Just finished Jabba the Hutt, trying to level him up now. But it's 10 years I've been playing this game, and I've been in 3 different guilds
my whole life.
The first guild I was with for 7 years, and I was on a cruise and followed by a death in the family, so I didn't play for a week, and they just booted me. And I was like, guys, I've been with you for years. We needed the points, man. Okay.
Jeez. That's heartless. Jeez. I can't say anything, man. Like I said, I've been playing Outcast and Academy for 20 something years now since their launch, and before that, even Dark Forces 2. So, yeah.
Man, we were talking about Galaxies. I think in that show with Spooky.
Yeah, Star Wars Galaxies was another good one.
was another great one. That was way before your time. That was a game that came and went and came again in the form of EMU servers and is still hanging around. And Andrew, you're just barely alive. Like all this stuff is already happened with this game. And honestly, in Outcast, you'll probably get some of this on the fringe. Is there was a time there wasn't that sort of video game period in my life, right? Like I grew up Atari and Nintendo, and I got to be there for the evolution, but it was never a part of your world. Gaming was never like your sole source of getting rid of anxiety, your sole source of just getting that hand-eye coordination as a kid, playing Minecraft or Roblox.
100%. Like
none of that stuff.
I went outside and I remember, like, this is going to sound lame as hell. I would just, my grandparents hated this. My dad hated this. I would find any broom handle, broomstick, and it became a lightsaber. And guess what? I went out and just beat the fuck out of trees. We lived up in the woods, up in like the mountains. So you went off hiking, you're indoor and just, that was.
You made up Star Wars and you played Star Wars.
Yeah.
I do that with my cousin. Even now, I still do that with my cousins. They'll get like these big sticks. And you're not allowed to touch them because that's their stick, and they will like start. If they get it from you, they'll just start like whacking at you, and it's like, oh, sorry, it was just on the ground.
Lovely,
yeah.
So the way in which that has been integrated into us, and I mean, we have magazines, shows. We had G4, an entire channel forever that was
when it was good before freaking Frost and all the crazy people don't remember, like before all of that drama, before that, dude, G4 was like this. That was where you went. That was that, and like PC gamer, like that was your two go-tos for knowing what was going on in the game world, getting your cheats, getting everything.
IGN and G4, the E3, I would be sick so I could watch their coverage of E3 because it was 24/7, like anything going on, after party, like everything, little side things with Sony and PlayStation, whatever.
Man. Back when like if a con went on, guess what? You didn't get to see a live stream of it happening or something like that. No, it happened, and then you got to just see pictures about it and maybe a few video clips if somebody had a freaking camcorder that, with the plug-in that they could put it in their computer and everything. If they had a Windows XP machine that you had to, those were the days, man. Those were the days. You kids are spoiled.
You are. My son's 20 and he's at rehearsal. They got 2 gigs this weekend, so he's not on the show tonight. Sorry, Zane, but enjoy rehearsal and go break a leg this weekend and make that money.
He's playing Marvel Rivals right now. What are you talking about?
Is he really? So
on Discord,
Is it really say that in Discord?
It did when I checked earlier.
Fatality.
Oh, wait, I broke the bro code. I'm just kidding.
Listen. Yeah. So that did happen last week because he said he was going to be on the show and he wasn't. But he actually wasn't home. He was just still like, he walked away, brand HEB, whatever. So I won't give him too much grief. Now Cameron, we can see in the reflection behind him that he plays Rivals, I think, while we're on the damn show.
Yes, he does.
So
he's like, no, just watching videos on it. We're like, dude, we see the controller.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, we're still on the video games. Do you mind, Outcast, talking to us a little bit about what you're doing, your projects? I found that so damn interesting, and I know some of our viewers will, especially Andrew.
Well, I mean, if you're an Jedi Outcast and Academy player, all right?
Yes.
Like everybody loves Kyle Katarn, and I could go on all day about the elements of the story we all love and like, and all those good bits. But suffice it to say, the 2 big things I got going on is that 1, I am recreating the Jedi Temple in a very faithful detail, humongous. Like you get to fly around the city blocks. Like it's pretty insane how far we've come and how far we've been able to go with these games nowadays. Especially with things like Ren 2, they don't look the same. They're not the old clunky games that you remember. They're completely different. But as we're working with this team, and I've been slowly like moving things forward, something that we've decided absolutely has to be done is we've got Dark Forces 2 being made by Rupertal off on the side, but yet Outcasts and Academy have gotten no love, and they were the communities that really were like the biggest. And honestly, I mean, he almost became a freaking Olympic at one point. I mean, it's or you know what I mean, esport.
Yeah.
It's It's insane. Like there's still to this day such a massive tracking of fans around these, and the story of Kyle Katarn honestly deserves not only to be retold and kept alive in a new way, a new form, a new medium, whatever, better graphics, all that good stuff. But it is our way to continue on. It is another path forward for us fans to rewrite what Disney has done. Because my whole intention, yes, after the Outcast project, it would be all to have built a team, all to have gathered a storm enough to go over here and go, okay, now let's quickly sweep through Academy and then continue on with the story that everybody else left off. But the big thing right now is that we're assembling a team. We're starting to sit down with the writers, because it isn't just we can't just go one for one. There's a lot of things that need to be adapted. And a new engine, we're able to do much more, much bigger worlds, and players expect more out of a game nowadays. Now, of course, we want to keep the base mechanics, like that lightsaber combat. It's got to stay the same. None of that movie battles, defense button crap. None of this Fallen Order where it just feels like a cookie cutter game where you can't fail. No, we want to bring what you love back. And he's over there dying. But yeah, basically the whole idea is right now we're still looking for new voice actors. The big one that we're looking for is a Kyle Katarn voice actor. Because I really am looking for somebody specific. I want somebody that can pull off the Jedi Outcast, Jedi Academy, Kyle Katarn. That voice is absolutely critical to continuing the legacy. So if anybody out there is capable of doing him, please feel free. That you can find my email on my YouTube. You can also probably find it linked in this later on. Reach out, send your demo. Doesn't even have to be anything fancy. And also, we're looking for Jan Ors. We're looking for a lot of different voices. So if you're into anything to do with game design, reach out, because we probably have a spot for you, or we'll have a spot. But anyways, I've rambled on enough about this. But basically, our hope is to, yes, finally give everybody what they want and continue on, because Disney's not going to do it. And I don't trust the KOTOR remake. And they seem to just ignore certain parts of the expanded universe. They cherry pick. So
they do.
Yeah.
And we talked about this on that other show a little bit. I mean, didn't we already kind of get a version of
Kyle?
Oh,
yeah, they tried to make Cassian Andor the new Kyle Katarn, essentially. I mean, his story is, it's pretty much Kyle. You just don't get all the cool stuff later on because boom, he dead.
Yeah. No Jedi for him.
No, none of that. None of the heavy redemption story that is part of Kyle's thing. A very overlooked part of it, but he is former Imperial and stuff like that. He turned a blind eye to quite a bit when he was younger, even though it did bother him. The core of good was always there, but still. But this is why we love Kyle, because he was sort of a reverse Anakin. Very much a reverse Anakin. He felt always a very strong pull to the light, where in the dark, kind of almost from day one. I don't know. I think
that's what. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think it's time that we have a Jedi main character that is a Wookiee. I'm just saying.
Yeah, they gave us a little taste of Wookiee and killed him right away. I thought that was a disservice to fans, and it was intentional.
No,
I thought it was a look what we'll do.
Oh, and then what is it? What is
Yeah.
it? The latest game we've had that kind of was rumored, or how would I put it? I was excited about as far as concept was Outlaws, and I'm so effing disappointed by that game. Like the concept of playing a smuggler all the way through. I don't even care if it's a fem character. If she's like a Laura Croft badass kind of thing, little Indiana Jones swagger, I could have gotten behind this. I don't know.
It seemed to me, and I never played it. I got it downloaded. No, I did not. I didn't even download it. And it felt the trailer. It just seemed very reskinned. What's his name? Jedi Survivor, Cal Kestis. Right down to the little beep on the shoulder.
Hold on. Do you think that's because of the fact that they are recycling assets? I mean, which is smart. I mean, because they're still in the same engine, UT4, UT5, just a simple leap between the two. And do you think it's because I've heard some other people complain about this, because we're thinking about using UT5 for ourselves, for Outcasts and etc. It just is the most logical, most adaptive, most compatible with everything. but it has a stylization that I'm wondering is starting to sour Star Wars games itself. Like the mechanics are too similar.
Yeah, I think so. But what do I know? But it does seem to me that we are just getting another story, but the same thing. And I get how. Oh man, the chat's been going crazy. I hadn't even said.
Oh God.
Oh, my
Somehow
bad,
the Rogue
man.
One poll is still going on. That was like
Why is
4
the?
weeks
Oh
ago.
my God! Look at all these people. I am so sorry.
I don't
folks.
even know where the chat is. I forgot
This,
to.
on the right hand side, you'll see that it should say chat there. And if you don't see it, I don't know, man.
Oh my God, it is over here. All right.
So hey guys.
Oh, hello. Hey, sorry, man.
Hey.
Dr. Dana's gotten so big, his ego's
man,
like fans.
Okay, so
Yeah.
this is the problem, right? Like I have no co-hosts that run the show for me while I'm talking tonight. So
Yeah.
And I haven't been given access yet. So
here we go. The Dark Jedi. He's like, man, I joined, and you guys were done. You know, you've been playing Jedi Academy. Heck yeah, dude.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yo, what's up, Eris? That is not. Wait, what? Oh yeah, the fascist. The feds are back in Streamlabs, getting on to people once more.
No.
I don't think the KOTOR remakes ever happened. Yeah, I agree.
No.
This sucks because it was a great story. It had great gameplay, and for its time to have a choose your own adventure that was so Star Warsy and awesome like that, it was amazing.
Well, I think that's what was the saddest part about the UC Unreal Cinema KOTOR project dying, and why I am very hopeful for like what Sam is doing over at Star Wars Central, trying to essentially sort of use create an animated series of KOTOR. I think it's a brilliant way for fans to do it, and again, not have any legal problems as long as they don't try to monetize. I think it'll, considering that Disney, if they do remake it, we already know they will go extremely woke. Because let me ask you this. Okay, since I got two fresh people in the room, have you both played Knights of the Old Republic?
Yes.
I have not.
All right. Do you know Johanni's little secret?
I don't think so. No.
Did you know Johanni's gay?
No.
Did you know that Johanni being gay was a slipped-in bid from one of the original developers who then got fired for slipping it in? And Disney, or not Disney, but LucasArts from day one declared it non-canon, even though it is still in the game. However, fans to this day, and especially on Reddit, once they found out about this, you can guess what the hell is going to happen if they do it.
Yeah.
Suddenly, Johanni is
30-year-olds in their parents' basement.
We'll see how that scream works for other reasons. Oh, Dana, no.
Oh,
the Johanni scream was awesome, though, man. Like it, D-State, whatever it was. It's been a while, but I know she's got a scream. I had no idea.
Yeah, no, but so it's basically they'll. If I'm kind of glad it didn't happen in the last 5 years, because I guarantee you somehow Revan would have turned into Johanni. Like it would have been like, oh, surprise! It was actually all along. Because we already know their number one changes. They already said they're going back to Revan being female. So, which is fine because that was the original canon. I don't really care. I wouldn't mind seeing a reimagining because SWTOR's in for him. I don't really like. I'm going to be honest. Don't really like it. It's just I don't.
So would you roll KOTOR or KOTOR 2? Which story would you prefer to see on the big screen if they were to live action it?
Oh, if you're going faithful, like you go Pirates of the Caribbean dark on this crap. Oh, honestly, 2 is a better story. 1 is a great story, don't get me wrong, but it's kind of cliche and it's like, oh, okay, cool. You can kind of see it coming, the twist and everything. But a really faithful adaptation of the Sith Lords and then backtrack to the first one.
Yeah.
But I think that'd be a good way to do it. You kind of get this 4, 5, and 6 sort of throwback to the, one prelude. But I don't know. It's who would you?
There are characters that are beloved in that second one, like Nihilus, like
Kreia,
Kreia, like so much that they did even outside of the game to provide more lore for these characters, and I love it. I know my daughter's she loves this.
There's still parts of that game and dialogue bits I've not figured out. I'll watch somebody's playthrough and I'll be like, Man, I've
When did
spent
they
like
say that?
I've spent like gotten Jolie's all the way up, and I've never heard him say this line. But if you have him here in this particular time with this other particular companion, there will be this new interaction and dialogue. And it's like, oh God, I got to replay it again. And you just do not get that in games anymore. You do
No.
not. You don't need multiple endings. What you need is layered multiple stories in it.
Yeah.
To this day, people still haven't figured out, is Kreia the handmaiden's like mother, or what is going on here? There's just still a theory up in there, and it's beautiful.
She is
But,
so good at influence. One of the things we talk a lot about, the most successful Sith Lords, me being obviously personal coach, leadership coach, like influence over manipulation, right? And when I look at the likes of someone like a Kreia, there was some manipulation, but she earned the influence that she gained. And that's how the Sith architect, the almighty great ones, Palpatine, he did it through influence. There was some manipulation in the backside, in the back end, right? But he had to build relationships with the bureaucrats. He had to build relationships with the other senators. He had to build rapport. He had to
I've got a theory for
gain
that,
influence.
by the way.
Yeah. Roll.
Check this out. And it's a really quick one, and you can go right back in your thing.
This next segment is brought to you by Jameson Black Barrel. Thank you.
Damn straight. So, okay, think about where he lived, 500 Republica, right?
Yeah.
Think about how many other senators lived in that apartment, that whole big apartment complex. Dozens, hundreds of them, if not thousands. So he's living in the same building where thousands of senators are sleeping in a subconscious, unaware, weakened state. Yeah. How much do you think that idea never occurred to him? If he can do it to a powerful Jedi like Anakin, the most powerful Jedi, while blinding all of the other Jedi at the same time, do you think he wasn't fucking with them? We know about Anakin's dreams. Who knows who else he was messing with? How else he twisted people? I mean, the rabbit hole is insane.
That's brilliant. I had never considered that. Yeah, all it takes is a whisper to have some sort of layered suggestion in their subconscious. Wow.
Yep. Play with their fears, give them
plant the idea in their
heads. Yes. Incept the idea.
Yeah.
Yep. I love that movie. It's just a trip.
I know. I just rewatched it the other day.
So hold on. We actually, speaking of Inception, we ran into an Inception issue in the game that we're working on, or one of the things. So we wanted to get the ENV for the room. And usually what you'll do to get an ENV for a room, a cube map also, if you're doing it manually, is you'll go in the room and do like just a picture of one direction, or maybe a 360 that you wrap and twist. But then we realized something. You can never get the true image, because the image you take to make the original one will be based off of textures using an incorrect ENV. So you can never get, it's a dumb little thing, I know, but we were sitting there today. It's like, how do we beat this? What happened? What happened here? We can't fix this. There's nothing for this one. But yeah. Let's see. This is how Liberty dies, with thunderous applause.
Beautiful.
Oh,
yeah. That's a brilliant way to look at it. I'm gonna have to chew on that a bit. I had never considered that they all lived in that. You know, when they were all in session, they were all in the same room.
Fine, I'll rewatch Revenge of the Sith.
I gotta give total credit to Pente Patrol. I don't know the dude or anything. It's just a channel I watch once in a while. But he actually did a theory where it was, what if Palpatine were like manipulating everybody in 500 Republica? And then it's really, you stop and go, wait a minute, this is actually more than like a theory. This is like, if you just stop and think about it, no, that seems like exactly probably what F was happening behind the scenes.
100% legitimate.
Like, nah. But yeah. I don't know. So what's some other crazy theories you guys have heard of over the years that you like?
Oh, we could do some theory talk. Well, there was a little theory for a bit that we might actually get a Mara Jade piece, but then they made Luke Skywalker not
straight.
Mark Hamill, you're not the god of Star Wars.
You know
can't
what?
just
Hold
say
on. He has been misquoted on that, and I will defend him on this. His actual quote stated, he's like, all right, look, Luke represents a lot of things to everybody, just like all the characters represent. And this is sort of paraphrasing as well.
Mhm.
But, everybody, you see what you want in the characters. If in your imagination Luke is gay, he's gay. But, I don't think he's gay. That's not how I acted him. That's not how I portrayed him. That's not what the Luke when I play him is. But
Fair.
that's what you want, then, and that's what he said. And the people
Ah.
have like clung to that one line. It's like,
Oh my
no.
gosh.
He is a D-bag, but that's on that one. No, he was actually being very middle ground solid. Like, not.
I was
slapping
dangling
me.
that out there to see your reaction. I'm a terrible host, but a good host too.
I'm a very
I-
honest person. I'm not a rage baiter.
I'm glad that I'm totally baiting people into raging, and Cam's not here, so I need to bait someone. Man, Cameron, man, all you gotta say is The Last Jedi was fantastic, and he'll
Don't
lose it.
Don't get me wrong though. Like Mark Hamill is 100% a D-bag, and just like I said over on what's his name show. But if I ever met the SOB, like I would pay him his $900 for a signature and be like, just save it. I don't want your whatever. I just want 1 minute of your time, and I just break the guy's heart.
But please don't let your pants fall.
Whoa! Jeez,
I mean,
what?
No,
Huh?
you didn't see that when he was at the BAFTAs?
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. No.
Hey,
I'm
well,
not
the
going that dark.
placement of this comment, Andrew.
yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I mean,
I only got 1 minute, so
Yeah.
he's like, oh my!
I'm saving it
God.
for the after dark because we're not.
I just want to show you what you're missing out on, Mark.
I'm with Cam.
I will
on
show
that.
you the real dark side.
Oh God.
No, I've always like that's a character. No theories here. Just that I always wanted a Mara Jade because I felt that Luke, being the type of character he was, where his heart was 100% behind his friends, which is why we all have a hard time with what happens. Cutting himself off, not knowing Han died. That's just bullshit. Like, that's just not the character. And so knowing this, he has a lot of love to give in his heart, and seeing that relationship in the expanded universe, Legends, when that relationship started and it was born out of a hatred that was, again, Luke bringing someone over to the light side. It's just a beautifully written love story. There's some moments that are corny and hokey and stupid, but what isn't? So I think for me, I went straight to Mara Jade because I felt like if there's something I could absolutely get behind, it would be. It doesn't have to be live action; it could be animated. But I need that. I need Luke to have some love, and
it really
his
might
family
actually. It might make the sequels a little better on one note. If, for instance, if you had it to where, okay, so not only did he kill all the people that he was training in the temple when Ben betrayed, turned whatever, have it where he killed his own aunt.
His own aunt.
Yeah, that was the first death, and
Legends,
that's why it breaks his heart so bad. It just kills Luke. Like, he's like, I should have fucking killed him right then and there, but I can't. But shit, yeah.
And all those Legends books have all of those folks. Whoa, shoot! What just happened? Y'all are there? Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now I just derailed. Shoot.
I was going to say on the topic of Mara Jade real quick. There's this funny video I saw from great Star Wars podcast, Mortis FM, and Star Wars creator Will the Force.
Mm-hmm.
They did a video where it's like they're calling each other and they're trying to describe the perfect Star Wars character, and then they end the call and they're like, "We just described Mara Jade."
Pretty much.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, I found it. So yeah, the temple. So you had Kylo Ren destroy Ben killing everyone in the temple. You have the same stuff happening with the family of Skywalkers killing off the aunt or what, like, because Mara Jade, if I'm not mistaken, was killed by like Leia's kid. And when you start looking at the Skywalker legacy, there's a lot of deaths surrounding the Skywalker, but almost like they weren't meant for death. And you know what? If he had lost his family in that, then I'm with you. I think, yeah, absolutely, he would have cut himself off at that point.
Yeah, see,
It
that would have
explain it
changed the
much
paradigm
better.
of it. Yeah, it changes the paradigm of it so much because then he literally would have been able to go to Leia and said, or even if he didn't go to Leia, he's still now I understand the conflict a little bit more. In that moment, he's like, oh no, I can't kill my fucking own nephew. You know, what did I learn from my dad? You know, that was a bad dark impulse. Ben sees the dark impulse. Oh shit, you weren't supposed to wake up. Oh crap. Hold on, Ben. Wait. Oh shit. Fight breaks out. He's knocked the fuck out. Wakes up, finds only R2 is alive, like trying to find him. Everyone else is dead on the island. What wife is also dead, or not on the island, but wherever the hell. Well, they do show his academy being built in on Yavin 4 and all that crap. So that is good. That they kept with that. But so okay, this would make a lot more sense. Like if his wife is dead in there, maybe they had a child of their own, a newborn or infant, or maybe she was pregnant. You get a lot of symbolic, back to Padme, who was pregnant, blah blah blah. This would have actually made it a lot more beautiful. And I still say this could be added very smoothly in by introducing, like you said, Mara Jade through a series. And it ironically needs to eventually lead to a series, a Clone Wars like style series that actually makes us give a fuck about the Force Awakens and shit like that.
Yeah.
Then you need to do another series in between. That's again that same style. Really get the adults on board, like the darkness and shit like that. Show Palpatine rising in the background. Show Snoke being the puppet. Explain this fucking shit. You got these pieces. Now make it cool. Do what the Clone Wars did and fix your issues with these lower budget shows. No, I don't really know. There's so much lower budget. It's just, easier, I guess. It's a lot easier to animate models than it is to deal with people and their schedules and their bitchy ass attitude and their fucking tweets and dumb shit that fucks your rolls up. Rachel Zegler, you dumb. Whoa. Anyways. So point being like
it's not 1937 anymore,
Oh, well, point being, yeah, it's weird. Yeah. But God, I can't stand it when she does
like
that.
state the obvious there, girl.
Oh God. But I digress, and I'll end this with this, that you can fix the sequels and you might be able to get me on board.
Mm-hmm.
If you really pull in some EU stuff, like show like the Vong War eventually happening, is throw in the Thrawn. You can work a lot of this in there. You could even still have Kyle Katarn. Just have it where, okay, so have him go get some other parts of the plans or something else that's critical to the plan, or whatever. There were other teams getting other parts of the plans in the original Dark Forces story and whatnot. It was a team effort. So fine, you can still have Cassian Andor. That's totally cool. You kind of change the plot to move things around. Okay, things happen on Jakku, or not Jakku, but where the fuck did Rogue One take place?
Scarif.
Scarif, yes. Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, I digress. You could fix it. You could, maybe.
Well, and we've even said this on the Cantina Happy Hour before. It'd be cool if they kind of did like what DC does, give us an hour 15 animated movie, but base it off of a Legends book or something.
Mask of the Phantasm. And that was a good standalone DC movie, Mask of the Phantasm.
And you could have the opening screen.
Red Hood.
Telling people it's Legends, and Legends fans will like it. Maybe even non-Legends fans will be like, hey, this is cool. But it's low budget. You're not investing a lot of time into it.
It's actually a good idea.
Yeah.
No, that's actually a pretty solid idea.
On the Star Wars, they could categorize it as Legends, so people are like, hey, I want to check this out,
But at least you're feeding both sides finally. You're not ignoring them and saying, oh, you're fucking stupid for liking that. No, fine. We'll give you what you want. And a lot of the problem, though, is because it has to do with the license and the stories. And there's a reason they wrote those off. So I don't know. I wonder if...
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I wonder if that's why they're having to rewrite KOTOR 1 and why it needed to have writers and shit. Is maybe they're not allowed to use the original story fully as it was.
Oh,
shutting up.
I want to jump back to when we were talking about where the games are starting to feel the same. So Disney, when they were in control of all the animated movies, we've all seen the meme videos where they're showing Cinderella and they're showing the Aristocats and they're showing, but it's all the same scene, just a different skin. It's just literally
Yes,
the exact
yes.
same dance moves.
Mhm.
People, they just put a different color on it, and I think that's the point I was trying to make earlier, and it's a thorn in my brain right now. But then I wanted to come back to that, and I get taking shortcuts on big projects like that, but
Right.
not when it feels so.
Well, here's a solid example of using that same engine and it working. Look at Dark Forces 2 Remake. That is on the Unreal 5 engine yet.
Ooh.
Or Unreal 4 or 5 at the moment. I don't know if he's moved over just yet. I think he is under 5. But point being, like that doesn't feel like it's an Unreal game. Like it has the beauty and the graphics, ability and all that, but it doesn't feel like an Unreal game. It doesn't feel like Fallen Order. No, it plays and feels just like the original Dark Forces 2. So it is possible to use those engines. It's not the engine. It's the creator using the engine that is fucking up. They're going cookie cutter and not being innovative and making elaborate secret areas and just engaging mechanics, just adding random buttons, random bits of lore. I don't know.
I used to try to get all of my whatchamacallits in that game, all the find all the species and get all the codex, fill out my codex.
Right.
Yeah.
One thing that I did notice in the Dark Forces 2 remake he's doing, though, is he's hidden, I can't remember if it's a little Yoda doll or something like that, but this was just one new mechanic he introduced in the demo. There are now new little collectibles that you need to find. And I don't know what the hell they'll unlock and all that in the end, but there was these little dolls that you had to jump on these beams. And it was a little Mickey Mouse doll, I think. And then you had to I can't remember exactly how you made it know that you found it, but whatever. Just new little mechanics like that I thought were kind of cool.
Heck yeah, dude. I'm gonna throw this see, because I haven't seen the new gameplay.
Written on RPG series of all time is easily the Star Wars Jedi Knight games.
Whoa.
And the least loved, in my opinion, when it comes to remakes or remasters, is Star Wars Dark Forces 2 Jedi Knight, which seems to need it the most. So I'm happy to announce that the team at Repertal have released the beginnings of a much-needed overhaul in the Unreal Engine with their own remake. Better yet, the remake 1.0 is releasing free-to-play, which you can download right now in the description, and boasts 2 official levels from the original game, 4 survival levels,
now I can tell you some more little info
3D model viewer, bonus level for testing. However, instead of just covering the visuals as most people do in core mechanics, I thought I have something potentially special for you, as I had always planned to cover the Dark.
Brash and eager, he is ready to prove himself to his master at any cost. These
Up his attack with a devastating sweep aimed at our knees, followed by a leaping smash that makes our teeth rattle from the impact.
Nice
Realizing we're outmatched by the brash Dark Jedi's saber prowess, we
Kaiden.
draw our Briar pistol in response.
mind trick.
He simply vanishes into the Force.
I'm able to do that actually.
We fire a
Look, that only works around women, and you know it.
That's right. That's right.
No, but here's something that's cool about that game. So no matter what they did, they could not get the original video to look nice. No matter how you upscale it, even AI can only go so far. And of course, then you run into licensing problems and shit like that. So their solution is you have Mike Starwalker. You guys have probably seen some of his stuff, whatnot. Big Saber Comp winner, real awesome dude. And he is working with another fella, Nate, and some other guys, and they are going to remake those scenes. So as they're doing their whole Dark Forces 2 series, they are, which has got their own interpretation, their own twist to try to match the G-verse and whatever. They're then recreating those actual scenes as they were from the show or from the game. So you can still have live action cutscenes in the thing, but it's modernized, higher graphics, better fidelity all around. So it's going to be absolutely beautiful, and it's really cool. I'm excited for this one, and this is the exact kind of things that need to be brought to the Outcast project. In all honesty, the same love and devotion, and I think that's why I really have been reaching out to I think it's best that it's done by those of us in the community when it comes to these remakes sometimes. Because we know what makes those games work. We know what the hell people were in love with. Not just the story, but the mechanics. And, of course, the story is very important. But, yeah, no, it is possible for games to feel different. It's the creator. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to drop the 20 and get it. Get this one because it's so clean looking, man.
Yeah. I know they're getting ready. He's getting ready to drop another demo probably sometime this year. Right now, there's just the one demo, but even that I have had so much fun replaying. It's insane.
Dark Forces is the one. Who's the main bad dude? The lizard guy, right?
Well, this is Dark Forces 2, and in this one, it's Jarek.
Jarek. Yeah. I'm trying to remember. Yeah. You know how long it's been? Like probably since
old dude with like a weird. He's the old bald dude with like a weird blindfold thing on.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he's a weirdo. No, but it looks beautiful. It's I say basically EA and the rest, they need to get good scrub and do better.
Oh, while we're still talking video games, so new Switch was announced and specs, and I'm not a huge Switch fan, but the things that it looks like that they're doing, I'm a fan of. Bigger Joy-Con, the buttons bigger and stuff, screen bigger, and they have some backwards compatibility built in specifically for the 64. I think is what they said. And with that means that we would get, I can't remember the name of that Star Wars game. I forgot it last night.
Shadows of the Empire.
No. Rogue. Is it Rogue Squadron?
Yes, you'd also have that. Yeah, that'd be another one.
That's the one I'm thinking, because that trench run made it real in ways that I had never played trench run up to that point in my life.
You know, we recently realized here a while back, in like we were doing some mapping for Jedi Academy, and I was like, oh, you know what? Now that we know how to max out the size and everything, let's build the Death Star. And then we realized how big that thing is. See, just the first one is a roughly like 10 miles diameter.
That's crazy.
And we only have like 2.25 miles. And I'm like, dude, we can't even do the trench run. Like, we can never do this justice. That's something I want to see in a video game. I want to see a full-scale Death Star that I can just explore the crap out of, and then
go in and out of. Like it should be like in the Starfighter game, for instance, you should have a Death Star like where you're going in and you're having to navigate, negotiate. We never got anything like that for our Death Star 2. The Atari game had it where you would kind of shoot it and get to the core, and it's up here, kind of a Space Invaders type thing. But never did we've had games with trench run, but never did go inside like we did with Death Star 2. And that would have been badass. Karan Horn is one of the pilots in Return of the Jedi. He's in the A-Wing that breaks off right whenever he says you can take a few of them with you and blah, blah, blah.
Okay, so they made him that's a good little throw in.
So then you have in the expanded universe, Karan Horn and I-Jedi.
I-Jedi was amazing.
Yes.
I have that book. That's like
Cam was reading through it. I don't know if he got to finish it yet.
That is like 3 books in one.
It's legit so good.
If you want to see beautiful descriptions of Yavin, that book, the way it talks about the sky, the way that stuff breaks up in the morning, it's just like, dude, I've got to see this in live action someday. Please give 100%. us some Luke Academy show or something.
Yeah, and that might be, Saturday morning kid shows that don't exist anymore. But that's one that would have been awesome, like Tales from Jedi Academy. And it's just, you're on Yavin, you're doing little missions, you're growing, you're learning morals and whatever. Like it would have been awesome. And even as a teen or today, I'd probably watch it. I watched Skeleton Crew and had a hell of a time.
Skeleton Crew.
Start off with a cast about the age of Skeleton Crew and let them grow up over the next 10 years doing a show with them.
That'd be awesome.
All the way up until their Jedi Knight, and don't ruin it. Don't ruin it for me. Kill off a few of them as we go.
Yeah. Or just have that roll right into
a good movie.
Kylo Ren became Kylo Ren. All these characters for the last 10 years are dead. 2023 Clone Wars or 2003 Clone Wars. Wait, that was the movie, right?
No, that was the Grand Tar. Tartakovsky's. It was the mini episodes that aired.
Oh yes, that's right.
Oh yeah,
the first,
yeah,
the first volume they were like 3 minutes, and then they expanded to like 10, and then so forth.
Which has some crucial details in it, as far as like when it comes to Grievous and whatnot. Why he's always
yeah,
no, but yeah,
it's
I won't
good.
ruin it for anyone who hasn't seen it.
It's on Disney Plus, so
it is on Disney Plus.
I don't subscribe to Disney Plus, and nor should anyone.
For one reason. I have a Star Wars podcast that I want to talk about the shows. All right. Speaking of,
I do it for the live action remakes, you know.
When I grow up, I'm gonna stop you right there. I don't know if it's even. Is it on the show? Did I show it? No, I didn't. Here you go.
Nope.
Here we go. Meme number one for tonight. Meme number one. Things when I grow up. Yeah, I'm gonna stop you right there.
You didn't even react to it.
And we talked about Order 66 earlier and wanting to see a little more of that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God! Oh,
hey,
no.
Let's do it.
Yeah, where Anakin was getting sunflowers for Padme.
Oh my God, that was the best.
You pull that?
That was,
you look that one up, man.
That was the best.
Right,
there's another meme along those lines, and I used to have it on my other computer. I still have it over there. But it's Anakin and Obi-Wan sitting next to each other, and it's Padme. She's saying, she's like, "We have 9 students, and we only have 6 chairs." And Obi-Wan's like, "Get 3 chairs." Anakin's like, "Kill 3 kids." What? Oh God, this is terrible. Order 69, Chippendale Rescue Rangers. That was a good show.
100% Chippendale.
God, I forgot about that. Before the term Chippendales was ruined by adulthood.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So if you can't read that, find someone who looks at you the way Anakin Skywalker looks at Asajj Ventress.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh my goodness. Oh, look at, I mean, something about that bold woman, I guess.
Oh, yeah. Well, it is a thing nowadays.
Yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
Oh, what are we? Oh, okay.
You told me to look it up.
Make sure you got your sound sharing.
It is. It's all there.
Okay.
Go to the Jedi Temple. Do what must be done.
Oh, no.
Master Skywalker, what's going on?
All of you line up, oldest to youngest.
What for,
Shouldn't
sir?
have called him master.
A treat. Everyone just close your eyes real tight and put your fingers in your ears. No peeking.
Mr. Skywalker, can my treat just be a hug?
You can do it again. Just go to your happy place. Oh, remember the fields of Naboo, where you fell in love. Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful.
No.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nature. I feel alive. Oh, yeah. Ah, yeah. Oh, I'm so in love. Ah, yeah. Where are you going? Come here. Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, yeah. That was nice.
Anakin, I'm home.
Oh, good. I left you some fresh cut sunflowers on the dining table.
Oh, Annie, that is so sweet of you to...
Oh, Lord. It's tough.
Oh,
Robot Chicken was the best.
Wasn't it?
Oh,
So many. So many good ones.
Oh, geez.
Because, go ahead.
What one is the best, though, of all the Robot Chicken gags?
Oh, go for Baba Palpatine. That's
Yeah. I love the one where Han meets Chewie's
aluminum
family.
Falcon. That one.
The one where Han meets Chewie's family and they're all in clothes, and Han says, "You've been naked this whole time," and then Chewie goes,
I don't think I've seen that one.
"Yeah,
Oh God, there's actually 1 or 2 out there I might not have seen yet. All right,
pretty funny."
Something to look forward to in life still. Images that
Oh
go.
my god!
Oh,
It's literally.
I just know that I don't care that I'm almost 50. I'd think about it at least if I was
yeah.
standing there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I mean,
why
why
not?
not?
Why not?
Yeah.
Oh my god!
dear
And
Lord.
memes sure have evolved over the years.
They have. Photoshop helped.
The first Star Wars meme that I ever got was Yoda and a sheep. Have y'all? I don't even know.
Well, where's this going? Keep it PG.
Oh Lord!
It's show me
the money.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, yeah. Man, I mean you no harm. It's not. All right. Well, I can't seem to find it, but
son is currently watching the Rescue Rangers. That's awesome.
Oh look, no, I don't want to visit. Nope, that's not it. Anyways,
the bad lip readings were great too.
Oh yeah,
those are good. Those are good.
Yeah. Oh, Seagulls definitely has to be the best, but my stick was also great. Pushes of Love, yeah, they're all good to be honest. Yeah, I've jammed out to those plenty of times. I can't lie, but no. So
stop it now. Oh, go ahead.
I have to ask Andrew here.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously you are not quite a fan of the sequels. As a young man here, why? What is it? Just nopes you out?
Well, I don't know. It's so when I first watched Star Wars, it was original trilogy, prequel. I was like, okay, that's good. And when I watched Force Awakens, I was like, okay, this isn't half this pretty good. If the other two are like this, it's whatever. And then I watched The Last Jedi, and it's like the amount I couldn't even count how many plot holes are in that movie, or just plot lines that just go nowhere, like Broomstick Boy. Like you're gonna tease us that and then just not do anything about it. Like, but I think what's interesting about it is I wonder, because like with the prequels, when you watch like the Clone Wars, it makes you like the prequels more because you get more context and it kind of fits in. I wonder with the sequels if we ever get some kind of direct show that takes place directly in between the movies. If there's a world where it's like, okay, these aren't it fills in those gaps. I mean, there's books out there that do that, but
nobody touches them because they don't want to. They don't like sequels, so they don't give them the credibility yet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I mean, I go back and forth with the sequels because there's definitely stuff I like, but there's just a lot of plot lines that go nowhere, or a lot of stuff that doesn't make any sense. Like Finn and Rose, they kiss in The Last Jedi randomly, and then that just doesn't go anywhere by the next movie.
Yeah, what happened?
It's like you couldn't. I get you changed directors and stuff last minute, but you couldn't have at least seen the vision and just.
The word for today is continuity.
Yeah.
Disney needs to learn that word.
So one of the things I bring up a lot and that I would really want to see, and I want to get your thoughts there too, Outcast, is Leia was the Boshi bounty hunter, right? And in order to become a bounty hunter, and then be able to just walk in with Chewie, you had to have a reputation at least. And Jabba had to have known who you were, or you wouldn't have gotten in, especially with Chewbacca. He would smell that trap, right?
Right.
So what did she do? Who did she kill? What did that picture look like? And can I get just a 3-episode spinoff of Leia Boshi Bounty Hunter? Because if I saw, I would watch that. I love me some Leia, and I love tough Leia. So being able to produce something like that, what are your thoughts, man?
I think it would definitely affirm just how far she went for love, which is, the beautiful thing about their story. It all goes back to their line in Empire Strikes Back. I love you. I know. It's, and then in Return of the Jedi, who is it? Someone who loves you. They have a beautiful, beautiful story, and it's a very back and forth relationship that I don't know. I mean, you kind of gotta admire their quips with each other. It's, as a young man, there was a lot I looked at and went, I want that someday. That's beautiful. I love what they have. But when it comes to Leia, oh God, no. We always hear about her being badass and stuff like that, but no, we've not ever really gotten to see it. We get one horribly deep faked scene from what was it? The
Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that was it. Now what I did find interesting was their choice of lightsaber color. But I could go on for hours about the choices they did there. But anyways, I really would love to see that. It would really it would also flush out just how far all the others had to go for this plan. Like that's almost where it needs to start, is with them like meeting Cloaks and Daggers, whatever, and Lando's got a little bit of information for her, and then she meets up with Chewie and blah blah blah, and Lando's gonna take Chewie and they're gonna go do this, meet up with her, she'll follow him later. She's got to go do some bounties and crazy shit. And you even see her go through moral conflict of how to achieve these bounties, and one or two of them are morally gray, where she doesn't really want to hurt or turn in the person, whatever, but how do you still achieve what you got to do and not cross your own moral threshold? And how far do you go for love? And see her tread the line better than Anakin did. How far do you go for love?
But you take from Legends, Legends, whatever. And, Han basically gave her a planet. It was full of Night Sisters, but we didn't know that at first. I mean, how much do you love someone that you give them a planet? And then if that's the kind of love that it was being portrayed as, not just in the movies, which are canon, and the stuff that is not, how in the hell were they not even on speaking terms in those movies?
Yeah.
Right?
No.
How do we not get a scene with all three of them too?
That sort of stuff doesn't spawn from that kind of love. Just my experience anyway.
It only makes sense if you only stick with them only having one kid. To a degree, because if they're their child, a bunch of stuff happened, they both felt guilty and responsible, and stuff was happening, and they just really have not had time to sit down and talk about it, and they've both kind of been avoiding it their own way. Okay, fine, maybe. But I really think the crux in that was the fact that they wrote off the other children. Because with the other children, they would have fought together harder, because they had to, But no, I also just don't agree that I also just don't see them drifting from each other that way. I'd see them like immediately after things happening, just holding each other and working through it slowly. I don't see Han after everything shirking off his wife and going off gallivanting while she's going through all this kind of crazy shit, having to run this stuff because she knows some dude's like trying to take over the galaxy, while her son is now turned and possibly killed a bunch of kids and other stuff, and now he's doing terrible things, throwing the Mara Jade concept. Hell, he basically just killed her sister-in-law. It's crazy. I don't know, there's a lot of missed opportunities by not mixing in more of the expanded universe. You throw in the other kids and it would have been absolutely insane, and again, missed opportunities.
I understand, the IP changes hands. You want to kind of out with the old, in with the new, but I just don't think you can blanket have that attitude and change what has been one way for 40 years. The amount of work that goes on that's not paid for, the amount of love invested and time and effort for fan, film, fiction, you name it, game, it doesn't matter. That in and of itself is where you should be looking at your fan base, understanding that demographic, because if you understand that demographic, you never would have made the movies the way you did. Of course, if you understood your demo, Snow White wouldn't have been released the way it was either. So you have to question why, but I'm not trying to go back there. I'm just saying as an example.
It's just simply put that Bob Iger and the rest of the people are completely detached from normies. They have no idea anymore. Yeah, something Walt would not have overlooked, and something that George would not have overlooked. Although, on the note of that, I mean, what do you guys think of the whispers right now that he's basically trying to finally create outlaws? I mean, because he has always had permission. That's worked into the contract. He can come in and make anything he wants, and they can pretty much piss off. So,
Yeah, I don't know. The fandom gave George a hard time about the first 3 episodes. The fans gave George a hard time about the special edition stuff. It wasn't until you don't know what you got till it's gone. Thank you, Cinderella. That you realize, like, oh shit, like, yeah, it could be worse. And actually, this is really good. So, like, if you have something to compare it to, it's pretty dang good. And perhaps, there's a little bit of buzz and excitement about this talk that I've seen as well. But I'm a little apprehensive just because of what has happened before. He thinks, I think, in this other level, man, in this other domain that we are only privy to by what he shares with us. And so when I hear that he's going to want to do something, episode 1, 2, and 3, for instance, way back, I was like, oh, heck yeah, because that was amazing. And then we got episode 1, Phantom Menace, and I was like, oh, this isn't. And what is the stuff you just did to the movies I did love? Ooh, and maybe that's just me being, old. Yeah, don't mess with me. Don't fix it if it ain't broke. I'm ignoring those plot holes. Don't worry about it. So I'm a little apprehensive because I don't know if he wants to do something and redo something. Something about a one shot or not a single shot, but how were they putting it? Did you guys see how they were wanting to do? He was wanting to do that. It was something different, but telling the same story, right?
Yeah, because originally he had like 60 some odd scripts for Underworld. Like this was supposed to be a big project, millions of dollars per episode, whatever. So yeah, to try to break it down, I think he would probably. You got to hit that really good critical point that might get people hooked enough that they go, you know what, we would want a series. Yeah, then you could go back and maybe do whatever. Because if he does try to go towards more the adults, I think it could work. Like I said, go Pirates of the Caribbean on it. Get a little dark on me, and I actually will love it because you don't make Star Wars for kids right out the door. What you do is you make something that treads the line, doesn't get too brutal, something you wouldn't want your kid to see. Little action, maybe something gets sucked out in space, but there's no gore. We don't see the Ewoks eat the stormtroopers, but we know what happened. But if you make a show that really gets the adults into it and the show they're watching it around the kids then see this, they want to emulate their parents. And then what happens, just like what you did with your kids, hey, Bub, come sit down and watch this. There you go. That's how it happens, Disney. You don't make it for the kids, you make it for the adults. Even though George, I know he said originally I created this and I had it, I was trying to do a Saturday morning matinee kind of thing. Well, your matinee evolved because you turned it into something that adults love. So just accept it. It doesn't work for kids. It does it passively. Make it for the adults and then make tons of toys. That's how you do it.
Yeah. Oof, toys. I went to Ollie's. I don't know if you have an Ollie's up there. I love Ollie's, man. Cheap, good stuff, cheap. That's their motto. And it's all like, hey, warehouse, like they had extras, so we bought it. So it's only like $3 for a tub of Gain, whatever. Okay. Yeah. I love those places because I can get toys and stuff versus Star Wars toys super cheap. But here's the problem. Like episode 3, I made it a point because I thought that was going to be the last movie they ever made. I'm going to get every single stinking action figure. Even I'm going to seek out the broke ones, right? Like I'm going to seek out those variants where you had Palpatine, but he was packaged accidentally with a blue lightsaber for like 400 of them. Like I have that. Like I have every single variant.
They went to McDonald's and was like, give me all the kids' meals.
The Zuckuss and 4LOM name swap packages. That's one I've always wanted to get a hold of. I don't know why.
Anyways, yes. Anakin was packaged with and without Sith eyes as Darth Vader. I have that too.
That would be cool.
Anyways, it was hard and it took months to get them all. eBay, whatever. Like, and we're in a different town. I'm going to Walmart. I'm going to Target. I got to get the exclusives at Walgreens. It was it was a mission. It was a job. I took it seriously, and I did it. I go to Ollie's just this last weekend, and it's racks of freaking Star Wars black figure that none of them sold. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah,
like
nobody wants it.
No, why? Like and I'm looking, the action figures are beautifully done, super articulating, whatever. But nobody cares. Nobody cares. Yeah. And you have taken an IP where even Power of the Force, right? Wasn't that the one with Prince Z-Shore and all that?
Zizor and all that. Yeah.
So like that was Shadows based on a book, Heir of the Empire, or Shadows of the Empire.
Yeah.
And those were sold out. You got like $10, $15 for one of the dumb ones right now on a decent card back.
Yeah.
So it's not because of the movies. It's not me. It's because nobody cares. You're writing stories that nobody cares about Rey, man.
Nobody cares about these characters.
Nobody cares about him. And Poe, people liked Poe, but you made him say stupid shit like somehow
they fly now. They fly now.
Oh, God. Yeah. And Finn. And we're not going to go into the Boyega stuff. We did that last week, but dude, you missed opportunity. I mean, the dude's clearly force sensitive. What the hell are you doing? All right.
100 miles away. Yeah. And we don't need to get into Boyega stuff because we already all know on that one, but
that's the point, right? I mean, you have material, you have characters that were built that people love and care for, playing on the playground, right? Like you still have recess in school and kids still play, at least to a certain age in elementary. And I bet they're not playing Star Wars, but that's all we played growing up, man.
Well, it's because the adults that they are, learning from don't like Star Wars right now. So they're not sharing it with their kids. They're not encouraging them to watch it. The media, do you really see a lot of advertisement for Star Wars outside of Disney stuff? Not really. They do not know how to merchandise like George did. They don't know how to fish out a deal, and he did have his own bits of brilliance, but no, they tried to Disney the formula and it didn't work.
No. Sometimes you got to cut bait, man. Why don't you just sell that IP right back at a discounted price?
Imagine if Apple bought Disney.
Ugh.
I mean, not Disney, Star Wars.
Even double O.
Oh, God, that's like, I don't even know. That's like Gremlins just jumping into the ocean. All right. Just a herd of gremlins jumping into the ocean. And it's just, within hours. Okay. That's what happens.
I think the walls of fandom would come tumbling down. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. Once it's changed hands it's on the, I mean, someone else will get, I would venture to say that no one even was seriously approaching George ever about it. Maybe once or twice.
No.
Because that's his baby. Like, and they knew the price would be, there's no way. So however he was convinced, other than the fandom, I think, ripping him for the first 3 movies, and he was like, F you. And I think that had something to do with it. You can get it back, but what happens if it gets sold off again? And then, I mean, Strawberry Shortcake was the bomb till it got sold like 2 or 3 times, and you don't even know what Strawberry Shortcake is anymore. I'm being serious about these.
Watched it with my sister growing up.
Yeah, it was on top of the world, man.
Yeah,
little squeezed little baby, and it's blowing strawberry breath in your nose or something. I don't know.
It's just like when Disney's done with Marvel, it'll never be the same again. Doesn't matter. Maybe 20 years from now, you can start relaunching some of those characters, but you're basically gonna have to restart the whole concept over. In which case, it goes back to, when the hell are we just gonna start getting some new things? Like, come on, please, world, create something that I can get into equal to, if not more than Star Wars. Because so far, I've not seen much good. Don't get me wrong, I love Lord of the Rings and stuff, but not as much as Star Wars. It's just how it is.
Yeah, and that's funny you say that. I think about a couple of shows that I watch pretty religiously. NCIS is one of them. It's crime, it's whatever, and it gets hokey and fun and whatever. But when you talk about kind of scope of fandom and how deep that fandom goes to where you're writing fan fiction, you're doing the game, like all the stuff we talked about, there's very few fandoms out there like that. First of all, I think you hit the nail on the head. Star Wars, Harry Potter, Star Trek, of course. But in
Trek,
Marvel,
you see a lot done. You see a lot of fan made stuff done in that. It's kind of nuts actually what the fans have done over there. But
wait, didn't we just pass First Contact Day? I think
that was like 2 days ago.
2 or 3 days ago. Anything happened? We get anything in the news? No.
I don't really follow Star Trek that much.
The next, what is it? The next Simpsons prediction is Trump's death. So, and I'm not for that or whatever, but that's like the next thing as far as like movies and shows that's supposed to be coming up. That where everyone's like, okay, we'll see if this one happens, because so far somehow Simpsons has guessed right on a lot of crazy stuff.
We could do a whole show on they're not conspiracy theories when they're true, guys.
Yeah, especially
stop calling me a conspiracy theorist. Have you not read the news?
No. Yeah.
That's all right. We love conspiracies on this show.
Yeah.
Dana's just gonna get his tinfoil hat out real quick.
We're no longer crazy at this point in time when everybody's seen something at some point in time or known something, known somebody that's seen something flying in the sky. They came to you and said, look, dude, I'm not fucking crazy, but I've seen a little tic-tac shiny thing flying around, moving around in ways I don't know. I don't I don't know what to think. I don't know who made it. I don't know what, but I know I've seen that. And this is how it is. That's how most people are nowadays. We don't know who or what's behind any of this. We don't know. But enough people have seen it. Enough people have video footage of this happening. Something's flying around. Who and what, we don't know. God,
someone knows.
Someone does know. Yeah, someone's know. But
in the words of Tommy Lee Jones, people are stupid.
Yeah,
a person can handle it. Yeah,
the aliens that were starting to invade saw human society, and they're like, they're not ready yet.
Well, I mean,
I love the folks that are like, they're already here, guys. Like, they've been here for hundreds of years. They live amongst us. What?
Yeah, I mean, there is that possibility. I mean, you got an advanced society. Who knows? Maybe what kind of tech they got, but I don't think it's lizard people living in the bottom of the ocean in the South Pole. Like some channels go with. But
there is no South Pole. Come on, dude, grow up.
Oh yes, it's all an ice wall.
Come on, man.
Yes, it's just an
There's a reason why you're not allowed over that ice wall. So.
Yeah,
there is. That's because that's where Asgard is.
No.
Actually, there is a map. I don't know if you guys have seen the flat Earth map. The big ginormous one where like Asgard is a realm on the map. It's just silly to kind of think about and look at, and then. Like, why is it silly that really, have you seen it? And they have said that the picture of the blue marble was fake, or CGI or, composite imagery, and there's cut and pasted clouds on it. So, and the guy's like, yeah, this is what we do. So, I mean, you've never seen it. I've never seen it. I just have to believe what my government and the rest of the world tells me, I guess.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Get in line, boy. Get in line.
Yeah. I mean, I see both sides story, but it's like, okay, look, I've stood in enough crazy places to see the line, the hemisphere. You know what I mean? Whatever the hell it is, horizon line.
Horizon.
Bro, we're round. Whatever this is, it's semi-roundish, okay? It might be egg-shaped. I don't fucking know, but I'm pretty sure we're round. I mean, it just explains a lot of things, weather, and the fact that day and night. I don't know, but hey, they want to believe that we're a piece of pizza or a pizza. That's fine. I'm cool with that. Whatever.
We're actually a donut. There's actually a big hole through the world, right in the middle.
It's sad because they have to do more work to make their theory work than it is to just like go with everything else we're seeing around us and go, oh, we're probably a ball too.
Well, there was this flat earther guy that spent like 10 grand trying to prove that the earth was flat, and he ended up proving that the earth was round.
Oh, except for the shadows weren't right on that video, by the way.
Oh, they weren't?
I'm the guy that's like, I don't know. And honestly, I don't know. And I can't just blindly believe what everyone tells me, and I feel the same way about Star Wars, right? Like, don't watch The Acolyte. It's terrible. Okay, but for real, don't watch it. It's terrible.
No, that one is one I would honestly tell people out of everything, like even the Ewok Adventures and the Holiday Special, go for it if you love them.
There's at least some sort of nostalgia around those. I don't know that will ever. I'd love to see the numbers on the Acolyte
Tuesdays. You know, just what a summer.
Oh, when we would go over
I didn't even tell you about the summer I watched the Acolyte.
We did not talk about the Acolyte for the first 3 episodes. And then that's like the episode we chose to start in on
episode 3.
And it was
not
good.
But like, I keep a copy of all the Acolyte episodes on my computer just because I know it's going to be one of those things like lost to time. And again, like I said on the other podcast, I just want to show people someday when they're like, I cannot find that thing anywhere. How bad was it? I'll be like, sit down, Sheila. I'm about to blow your hair blonde.
It's like Willow. It's like the people that are like, why'd they do that to Willow? And it's like, did you watch Willow?
I didn't watch the Willow series. I got to be real. I heard it.
Like, you know what? I wish I had.
No.
Debbie said it was good.
Debbie?
Maybe it started out okay.
I'll give it that. The first 2 episodes, I was like, okay, this isn't half bad. And then.
Yeah.
To the point where I was like, I'm only finishing this because I'm 6 episodes in. So.
Yeah.
We're gonna do a chunk of this real quick. In the meantime, could you do me a favor? You're not the lore master, Andrew, but could you grab the robot chicken with the phone call between Palpy and Vader?
Awesome.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh God.
All right, here we go. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Can you hear it?
Yeah.
There she is. Ready to hit the cantina?
No, and I really hate you texting me all those helmet pics.
Oh, well, give me your email. I'll send you some of the high-res versions.
Dude, I don't want your dirty email.
No, you'll like these. They're real arty.
The better Jedi would not send selfies.
Boop, beep, beep, boop, boop. Go show her my trophies.
All right, man, you may gonna talk.
Is this something that we have to do, or is it more of an optional thing?
If you look at a dead spider, what'll happen?
Oh, amazing things happen. You should go find one right now.
Can you spit my tea?
Well, since I have no salivary glands, probably not.
I don't got a big attention span. Hey, Luke, check out my new friend.
A big great thing chased me up the mountain and froze.
Remember what I said about that? That was your shadow.
Oh, yeah, that thing. I know.
No, seriously, I'm going to oil myself.
You should listen to him. It's a big mess. Hey, you shut your mouth, okay, man? Please accept my apologies. It will not happen again. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Careful, don't hurt me.
Don't be so jumpy. I wouldn't. I wouldn't hurt.
Ow! Uh-oh.
What? I want her to dance.
She does not dance.
Come on, make her dance for him.
That's not how it works.
I want a wooden snowman, but no one sells them. I'll be right out. I want a wooden snowman.
All right.
Oh my God.
Dude.
So
fun.
They did a brilliant job on those.
Yeah, they did.
Let me share.
I think, here we have a very good example of Star Wars poking fun at itself and everyone having a good time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's possible Star Wars fans in general are not a bunch of uptight, crazy, ready to pop off people.
No.
Really
ready to hop on Twitter and,
we're not a bunch of racists and phobes and sexists and all that kind of stuff. No. I mean, I
Have
don't
you ever
condone
watched the
anybody
Sith
who
Dominion?
does.
We fit into all those categories.
No. I would also say I don't appreciate people who go out of their way to basically chastise the cast members, or even, to be honest, have your opinion about Kathleen Kennedy, but also be respectful if you see her in public. Don't fucking go up and cause a bunch of ruckus in front of her family. There's a line. There's a line. Be professional, I guess, is the way to look at it. Even if you aren't
within the show, we're pretty respectful, except when it comes to Kathleen Kennedy.
She's a dumbass. We'll give her that.
Ill of her, other than what are you doing? And we don't do name calling, but we do call out her idiocracy. And when it comes to Rey and Finn, and Poe, we are very specific about, hey, I love you, Daisy Ridley. I think you're a great actress. You did great with what you had to work with, and I would never ever go back on that. And I'll die on that hill. And she got a lot of hatred and disrespect, but I don't think that was her fault. That was the writing, the directing.
She did what she was told to do.
She was not being a Rachel Zegler, where her like personality is just no. Like,
right.
When I was writing for GNN, I wrote
Daisy really loved the Star Wars project. She wasn't dogging on it, saying this movie sucks.
Yeah.
The most I would say about her is she comes across a little bit like Hollywood princess, but hey, that's fair. Whatever, you rich girl, enjoy your life. That's
right.
Go ahead,
Daisy Ridley.
Yeah, exactly.
Give me some Palpatine, man.
So I threw the Senate at him. The whole Senate. True story.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
You made it come out of my nose.
Go for Papa Palpatine.
You have a collect call from
Darth Vader.
I gotta take this. Hold on. Vader, how's my favorite Sith? Whoa. Just slow down. Huh? What do you mean they blew up the Death Star? Oh! Who's they? What the hell is an aluminum falcon? Okay, so who's left? Are you me? Well, where are you? Wait a sec, you've been flying around for 2 weeks trying to get a signal? Oh, you must smell like feet wrapped in leathery burnt bacon. I'm sorry. I thought my Dark Lord of the Sith could protect a small thermal exhaust port that's only 2 meters wide. That thing wasn't even fully paid off yet. Do you have any idea what this is going to do to my credit? Hang on, I got another call. What? I'm very busy right now. Oh, well, where are they going? All right. Just get me a turkey club. Coleslaw, I guess. I'm not even going to eat it. What are you getting? Ah, see, I always order the wrong thing. No, I'll just stick with that. Okay, bye. What? Oh, cherry Coke. Thanks.
Cherry Coke.
Sorry about that. What? Oh, just rebuild it? Oh, that's real f***ing original. And who's gonna give me a loan, jackhole? You? You got an ATM on that torso light bright? Now get your 7'2" asthmatic ass back here, or I'm gonna tell everyone what a whiny bitch you were about Padamame or Panda Bear or whatever the hell her name is. Oh, jeez, he's crying. Hey, come on, don't do that. Just look, I'm just dealing with a lot of crap right now. The Death Star blown up by a bunch of teenagers, I didn't mean to snap. Okay, just get back here. Okay, bye. I love you too.
Oh my God, dude.
I love it.
Oh,
thank you, man. And see, like, that's okay. We can make fun of that. It's brilliant, and I could probably imagine something close to that.
Yeah, behind the scenes, real life Star Wars. Yeah.
Oh my God. I think the other fun stuff was the Blue Harvest, the Family Guy stuff.
Oh yeah,
a couple of those.
I just watched that for the first time, actually.
Oh yeah,
we're actually a happy hour, and we just did something Dark Side.
Dark Side, yeah.
Then we got It's a Trap this week.
Trap.
It's a trap.
A buddy of mine, Pandora, he does like a lot of random modeling. So one of the statues that we're putting in the temple is, and it's one of the bigger ones, it's Herbert the Pervert as a Jedi.
No.
And he has the floppy lightsaber that's like hanging down.
That's fantastic.
And the plaque
Chris
beneath
comes in.
it, no, the plaque beneath it says, "I will always love you, Chris."
No.
You just came at the right time, Chris.
Bring me my damn paper. Oh my God, dude.
Oh, man.
That's fantastic. Well, and that's the thing, right? Yeah, they're poking fun at it, but
it's a love letter.
Not Seth Green. That's he's a part
McFarlane.
of all. But Seth MacFarlane. He's huge they're all huge Star Wars fans, and it's evident in the respect I think that they give they do it funny, but it's I don't know. It doesn't make me feel gross. It's
Yeah.
enjoyable, and there's I guess a certain layer of homage to some of the stuff that they do and talk about. It's just fun, man.
Yeah. Family Guy is a show that just manages to say what we all want to say, much like South Park or whatever, and just get away with it. Just find the right joke, the right way to portray it to us, make us really take a laugh, but also sometimes take a damn knee.
Yeah.
It's
good.
Yeah. Sometimes you should just stand down, I guess.
Yeah.
Well, what else you guys got
you could
for
say I'm
tonight?
the Meg of this show.
Wait,
Who's
what,
the
man?
Meg?
I'm the Meg of this
You're
show.
the Meg.
Oh, you're the Meg.
You remember this episode with Meg and James Woods?
Oh,
Meg was gonna
no.
get skinny.
Jeez.
That's one of my favorite episodes. Ooh, piece of candy.
Jeez.
Ooh, piece of candy.
What a great show.
Piece of candy.
Man, I've had an absolute blast tonight. My cheeks are hurting.
I know. Yeah.
Lots of fun, man. Lots of fun. And I really appreciate you coming on, Outcast, telling us what
Yeah,
you're
no
up
problem.
to. We'll get you on again if you'd like and talk some more as you get through some progress, or just to have you on to shoot the shit.
Yeah.
So
I'm always available on Tuesdays. I'm always pretty much bored anyways. So just shoot me a message. I'm always available.
you got it, brother. Andrew, thanks for joining tonight in short notice.
I have to. I mean, it's like.
Although I think I'm just going to see you tomorrow. This would be 3 days in a row, and that might
That's
be
right. You're gonna get tired.
Are you going to make it?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll be there.
All right. We got that master. Oh my god.
Master and Apprentice.
Yeah, that's what it is. No, it's a master class on communication that I'm running, and had some cancellations and misses. So it ended up just being him and I on the Wednesday noon slot. But it was fun. We went through it. Hope you got something out of it. And if you didn't, then you won't be there tomorrow.
I'm just a great speaker. I love talking so much.
Awesome. Tonight, folks, we just went over a whole bunch of nothing. The only
Like
bright
Seinfeld,
spot
this
in
was
our
a show about nothing.
were jokes and Cantina. Outcast. Gosh, why do I always want to say
Just call
Cantina?
me Outcast, man. That's what everybody
Outcast.
goes with. Yeah.
Definitely a bright spot with the J project, and looking for more fun from that later on too, man. Yeah. Anything else? Any parting shots? What do you guys got going on? I know you, Andrew, you got some podcasts you're going to be on in the next few days. Go.
Yeah, this Thursday over on the Cantina Happy Hour, we'll be discussing, like I said earlier, the Family Guy Star Wars special. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
Which is also what I say every time a girl tries to talk to me. It's a trap.
Pretty much.
Sunday on Cam and Focus YouTube channel, we'll be hopefully discussing Heat.
Good movie.
In honor of Val Kilmer. We were going to do that this past Sunday, but had some technical difficulties, so pushing that to this next Sunday. So, of course, MCU Monday, we're talking Daredevil Born Again, which is very good. So yeah,
Awesome. Full slate. What do you got going on, Outcast?
Well, Sunday, I will, of course, be over with Star Wars Central with Sam doing another podcast. I'll be doing a little bit of game streaming myself probably tomorrow and a little bit of Friday. And then, let's see, after that, I'll be getting back to my lore videos. And I'm kind of torn between two subjects, like what happened to Jar Jar after episode 3. And did the midichlorians play into Anakin's fall to the dark side? A story of seduction. But yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got going on.
I know I said we were done, but you brought up the S word. Like, I thought there were moments in that episode 3 in Revenge of the Sith where you mostly understood what that meant when Obi-Wan said it in the A New Hope.
Yeah,
he was
you
seduced
see
by
that hunger in his eyes, that maddened, like it's a drug, and I don't know. Anybody who's argued with their wife or an ex or something like that, you all know how our mouths can run, and you're just like in a total different mode. You're saying and just things you would not normal. Imagine that, but now you also got an outside influence. It's I don't know. Again, saving it all for the episode, so. You'll have to check it out over on
Twice the pride, double the fool.
Twice the pride, double the fool.
Yes. All right. With that, thank you all for joining. We had several people: Eris Korriban, Dark Jedi. Thanks for joining. And Spooky Jawa wasn't here tonight, and he was in the lead with the loyalty. So I'll scroll back. Yeah, he was in the loyalty lead.
That's right.
Remember, whoever gets to 100 points first in the loyalty program gets a free copy of my book. I'll shoot it out to them. And how do you get points? Well, you watch live. As you watch live, you accrue points. 2 points for every 5 minutes. And YouTube, if you're watching here, will give you credit only if you're commenting every now and then. So once we're up to 100, Spooky Jawa, I don't know that maybe Eris Korriban will jump in and beat you after today. Yeah.
Remember, if Dr. Dana sells 100 copies of his book, shirt's coming off.
Yes, fine. If I sell 100 copies of my book, the shirt comes off. And we no longer have to have hashtag all caps take off the shirt, in which Streamlabs feds come in and yell at you, Andrew. All right.
Well,
I didn't start it, by the way.
Yeah. All right.
That was
Cam. We will see you all next week. I don't even know what we're talking about next week, but the week after that, we're going to be live streaming in the same kind of way that some other podcasters do, similar to Theory, where everyone just starts it at the same time. We'll do a watch party. All right? Yeah. Sound good? But that's for Andor, because Disney likes to put their shows on Tuesday nights over my show because they don't like the competition. That's right. Remember, kids, peace is a lie. There's only passion. Good night, y'all.